Hello everybody, welcome to another Zero stream. Let me get some music playing. Hopefully this isn't too loud for anyone, but we'll see. That's way too loud. Okay, give me a sec. Sorry, I really should have tested this beforehand, but let's turn that down a bit. Now let's try. Now it might be too low. Or just not playing at all. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Mac user here, streaming. You know how it goes. Alright, hopefully that's not too loud. Turn that down. If it gets too soft, let me know, but based on the sound levels, you should still be able to hear it plenty. But hi everybody, welcome. I am so sorry about that. Didn't realize it was up so high, but good evening. Welcome to another Zero stream. We're here to draw today as usual, but I will absolutely... I can't wait to watch the playback because it wasn't that loud for me at all. You know, the sound levels that I hear and what's on the screen, the stream are different, but I could see it go all the way into the red. I saw it like whoosh. But hi, Happy! Thanks for coming by, seeing you in the chat. JMZ Productions is here as well, says yo. Tailzimp is here and says Nyx near jumped out of the bed. But hoi hoi, and Talo Lin is here as well. Thank you everyone for coming. Didn't drink coffee today, but I am wide awake. Good, excellent. I hope you guys are wide awake because I am about to work on something new, some new content today. Me and a couple of my friends have been talking about doing collabs together. One of those friends is Pokemon Master Wheeler. We talked about it on our stream yesterday, on the Nuz forums. But the other one is Salt and Pepper Bunny, and we've already started talking about story and such, and we've moved on to like sorting out aesthetic of the characters and the environment and the pages, and we started doing some test prints. So I'm excited to share some of our progress with you right now, and hopefully get a test print done today. Essentially the test prints, I keep saying prints. The test pages are to see how fast it takes me to render and to see if it's even possible for me to do my comic as well as this comic. And then later I'm gonna have to do a test page with Lyra to see if adding that on will be too much or if it's manageable. It's hard for me to like properly gauge these things without actually doing it, you know? So Mouse on the piano is here, says it's me, Pepper. Hi, what's up? Good to see you. And Mouse says, don't think I don't see Kyoko down there. Pepper, there are just some parts of this game that are just really fun, and I kind of just need to screenshot them sometimes because I love Kyoko almost as much as you do, I'm sure. But if you guys haven't been watching, Game Grumps has been doing the Danganronpa series on their channel, and it's been a good time. No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. She just has some great lines. Best girl. Alright, but okay, so we have some characters here to introduce you to. Our project is gonna be a PMD style original story idea, I guess you could call it. One shot maybe, because it's not gonna be a series. It's a standalone piece. And we have 3 main characters. Meet the girls. We have the Score Bunny named Cinnabar, Blue the Phanpy, and Holly the Yangoose. And they are 3 children. They're friends, and they are going to be playing Rescue Adventure. And it's gonna be fun. We have half of an outline sorted out, and we're still knocking out the details, but we've started to work on test pages. So this is the first one that we did, where I did a lot of experimenting with like brushes and such. But I guess we could just look at the page first. So it's just a random kind of scenario, not really a scene from the comic that we're planning on, but just wanted to see the kids and like what style of background and such that we should do. Here we go, guys. Cinnabar's rescue team is gonna catch that feral. But are we sure we can really take a feral? Of course we can. We're the 3 toughest girls in Amity Village. Even Holly can pull her weight a little in a fight. Think fast. Cinnabar, don't. Ah! Just shenanigans. But yeah. So panel 2. I don't know if you can tell, but I used the Jet's Black Nuzlocke style brush on this one. It's a bit crunchy, you know, but this is the one that I'm most used to. For panel 1, I used a smooth brush, and the default smooth brush that Clip comes with is incredibly annoying to use. So I had quite a bit of trouble, tweaked it a little for panel 3. So you can see a little bit of like stuff, like some of these lines aren't as smooth because I was just trying to like sort out issues. Panel 4 here, I used another default brush that Clip comes with. It's called the Real G-Pen. It is also crunchy like my Jet's Black Nuzlocke brush, but in a slim. So yeah, like, was just sort of playing around with different brushes and such. The background on this panel, I did a bit of a loose painterly kind of way, and I really like how it looked, but it took quite a while. I did try a second style with the background where it's more, it's still a lineless background, but it's more flat. It's more, graphic style, which also came out pretty fun, and this one was obviously way quicker as well. So, not entirely sure what style of background I'm gonna be trying on today's stream, but I have another page here to work on, and this time it is there's a few elements of like objects and environmental elements that the kids are interacting with, so hopefully that'll be a good test of if these lineless backgrounds will work with my style. But yeah, gonna try and get this entire page done today on stream. I have 3 hours for the stream. Obviously, I've already talked for like 15 minutes, and I will be reading chat and such, which will take time as well. But yeah, let's just see how it goes. Let me catch up with the chat, speaking of which. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna download, give me a second, I'm gonna download the Photoshop version of this file. Alright, so Harvey H is here on the chat, says, oh, restream is both ways. Tails says, Happy, thanks you so much for the clip, and yes, thank you, Happy. I need to check that out later. Tao says 0, Kyoko, me, Maguka? Cuties. Wheeler's giving a cheeky face. Thanks for coming, Wheeler. Welcome to the stream. Happy says, I love Holly already. Tail says, man, everyone working on their extra project been showing off test pages lately, and it's so fun to see the development behind the choices. I thought you guys would enjoy that. Yes, it's not every day that Zero Pro Studio starts another project. It's kind of against my brand to be like doing multiple projects, but this has been so much fun to develop. I am starting to catch the Lyra bug. I have terrible friends who have been corrupting my purity, but it's been a lot of fun to try and sort out a new sort of look for this comic. I'm really enjoying it. Alright, guys. Let's call this layer lines. And my strategy is to start with line art so that I get the line art done as quickly as possible but not rushed. And then we'll move on to backgrounds. I'm just looking at this page. Okay, so it looks like Holly is up in a tree. Cinnabar's like, all right, Holly, you in position? Ready, Cinnabar. And then she says, then let's do this thing. Okay, I know people tend to read top to bottom, but I am going to move this over slightly so it's slightly overlapping this panel, because I feel like I keep trying to like read this panel first even though it is lower, just because of which panel it's in. So I'm going to overlap that just a bit. Then let's do this thing. Cinnabar, are you nuts? You can't throw fire at her. She won't get hurt as long as she can dodge. Heads up! Wait! Hang on, you never said anything about fire. You never said anything about fire. Just kidding. Okay. Hello, Alexandra Takota. Thanks for joining us. Teo says that Painterly one was really pretty, but I can't blame you for focusing more on the time for it. Yeah, so the plan is to do, if I can get these pages done in 3 to 4 hours, I think this project will be manageable. I want to do the line art as quick as possible, but not rushed, get that all done, and then whatever leftover time I have, I'm going to try and hash out a background situation and see how long that takes. Tail says, you have betrayed your brand, how could you? Pepper is giving a ooh-woo. Wheeler is still being cheeky. Pepper says, also, just so the folks all know, the comic will be sketched and paneled by me and rendered by Zero. Yep, that's how we're gonna divvy it out. Me and Pepper both, in conjunction, worked on the story outline, and then Pepper's gonna work on dialogue and script, and then sketch and panel and word bubbles and dialogue, and then she's gonna toss it to me, and I'm gonna finish with rendering lines, colors, backgrounds. It'll be fun. Wheeler says it's been a lot of fun bringing Zero to the dark side. I blame Wheeler entirely for this. Wheeler has made it very clear that she has no regard for my well-being and and has made it seem incredibly doable to like do at like Wheeler has like 4 to 5 comics. I think one like extra, 1 to 2 extra will be manageable, but we'll see. We'll see. Tail says Lyra is so powerful with comic making, she made Zero need to do more. I'm never gonna be able to show my face again to Dingo. Alexandra said I read that as you never said anything about fur. No! Happy says clearly something happened between this page and the last page and I need to know. Who knows? This might be an entirely different day. These kids have been very fun to develop. I've literally never come up with a story as fast as this took place. But we sat down one day. Pepper was like, hey, you still want to do like that collab? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And then we just started talking, and like literally that evening we had most of the story. It was insane. Like, I thought we were just gonna like talk about like, oh yeah, we'll definitely do it, we gotta like think of some characters, maybe an idea, a theme perhaps, but no, we got like almost the whole story down. I have literally never worked that fast when it comes to story planning. It gives me hope for the future because, as a lot of you might know, when Jets Black Nuzlocke is done, I do hope to work on an original comic someday. And with how this one came together like that, it does make it seem a lot more doable. It's funny, I think one of the hardest parts of our story planning was literally picking Pokemon. We started by saying like Kid 1, Kid 2, and such, and then eventually we were like, okay, let's pick the actual Pokemon for these kids to be. And I gotta say, like, I used to be part of a hold on, let me look at this. What is happening? Maybe, I think it's this tree that this branch belongs to. I've been a part of a couple of PMD DeviantArt groups back in the day. PMDE was the big one. And I guess I wasn't part of a couple. I was part of PMDE, and then PMDE went under, and we all jumped ship and like made another one. So that's not technically being part of a couple. That's just me being part of one. But yeah, I've always, what's wrong with my stabilization? Always wanted to return to this kind of world and storytelling. The PMD world is so cute. You got all these Pokemon being people, and makes me kind of miss my kids, you know? Like, maybe they'll make cameos. Oh man, I'm definitely gonna cameo my PMDE teams. Because my PMDE teams are all kids. I have the Mudkip and the Teddiursa. And I have the Vibrava. I guess the only ones who aren't kids are Jello, the Audino, and Luke, the Spinda. But Luke what didn't continue. When PMDE went under, I got rid of that character because I wanted to focus on the kids more. Jello kept stuck around because one, he's Jello. I'm not gonna get rid of Jello, and two, the kids do need an adult figure around. I'm liking this brush so far. It's the normal soft, the what's it called? Not soft, smooth. It's normal smooth brush that comes with clip, but I tweaked it slightly to not have that stupid long tail. And thank goodness. Let's see. There's something about her shoulder that's like getting me. I'll look at that later. Oh my goodness, they're so small. I feel like at this size, they would... Maybe I should just like simplify them. Also, a difference between Jet's Black Nuzlocke and this comic. Jet's Black Nuzlocke, I use a pretty thick brush most of the time. What if I just... I'm gonna open her mouth a little because it's like she's calling up. Oops. I'm gonna put her arm up so she's like, yeah, in position. But yeah, Jet's Black Nuzlocke, I use a pretty big brush and then I press lighter to put down the line, and if it like accidentally gets a little too thick, I tend to not bother too bad about it. Obviously, like in later episodes, I start to fuss a little more about the line quality, but originally it was to... the intent of it was... Hold on, I don't remember how the character works. Okay. Wait, hold on, why am I... It's the eyes. I changed the eyes and it makes it hard to like... There we go. Oh yeah, what was I saying? It's because my first art program was Corel Painter, and one of the lining tools basically was like that. Couldn't really make it small enough, so that's how the early episodes looked. But for this one, I'm starting with a smaller brush and pressing quite hard to make the lines more consistent. You don't have weird random line qualities. Helps give it a different look, I think. Most of my fussing and decision making are just about like placement of the lines in conjunction to the sketch. Pepper does really good sketches. They're very easy to read, and the composition of the frames are really nice. Occasionally, I'll tweak an anatomy thing here and there, and occasionally I'll just tweak a pose because I like a new pose better, like my preference, I guess. But most of the time, I'm happy to like follow what she's put down because it comes out really good. But you know, when you sketch, you make several lines, and line arting, despite what it may seem, is not just tracing your sketch. While you're placing lines, you are still actively making decisions. Which a lot of people, it could cause a lot of people to get frustrated with their line art. You know, you've heard the saying like, oh, my sketch is always better than the line art. It comes out so stiff when I like line art it. Because it's not the trick isn't to trace your sketch and like create it's not to find the best line that you've sketched and like go with that one. The sketch isn't a conglomerate of lines, one of which being the correct one, and like you're just trying to figure out which one it is. No, it's more an approximation of a shape, and the reason it looks good is your eyes fuse them together into the correct place. And your brain likes to do the work. It's satisfying. So when you place a line, you gotta do the same. You gotta look for where the best line would be. Whether that's actually on the sketch line or somewhere else entirely. Love his little buck tooth. I think that works. Alright. The places I've noticed Pepper tends to have a little anatomy trouble on is the heads don't always fill out in the back. They'll sometimes skew a little bit, which is very common. So oftentimes the heads I'll like make sure that there's enough in the back. And then the legs and the arms, just my preference, I tend to place them slightly differently. So sometimes that I take a little liberty with. There are some design elements that I've actually taken from Pepper's stuff and like incorporated them in. For Scorbunny and parts of Holly, I do the markings lineless because I really like how that looks when Pepper does it. And I have been very happy and like having fun doing these eyes and mouths in Pepper's style. Okay, I guess she's holding the pine cone. When we were originally hashing out the idea, figuring things out, I pretty much referred to Scorbunny's kid as he the whole time. But then at the very end, we decided to make them all girls. Like, there's just something so fun about a girl squad. Something that I got well, not, like, I didn't make the decision on my own, obviously, but, like, I kind of, you know what? What if Score Bunnies... Oh. Let's see. Can I... Should I move that above that? Okay, yeah. What if Score Bunny is holding it and it goes outside of the panel? Is that weird? Let me think. Do I like that? Okay, I think I know. I'm gonna try something with the pine cone. So for this test page, I asked that Pepper include some objects and for the kids to be interacting with some of the background elements. And I think I want to try this. So the backgrounds we're gonna keep lineless. Not so much a does lineless take less time than colored. I think it depends somewhat on different like each one has its upsides and downsides. But I'm gonna try and do it so that the pine cone is lined, and then I'm gonna color the lines and see if that works. I'm gonna catch up with the chat real quick. Sorry, I've been, like, ignoring it a bit because I like to focus on the lines. But let's see, where am I? Tail says, I blame Wheeler entirely for this. Yeah, that checks. Wheeler, I have all the care for your well-being. Doing more comics would bring you more joy. Pepper says, compared to what Lyra does, anything Zero does would be manageable. Tail says, oh, that's right, you have betrayed Dingo. How could you? Alexandra says, what does Lyra do? Lyra does, like, 4 to 5 comics all at once. Tail says, now she is literally the only voice of reason. Yeah, rip Dingo. I mean, like, salute, my dude. Final, the last man standing on this treacherous terrain. Lyra does Across the Divide, Golden Sun, Heroes of Hoenn, Between Truth and Ideals, and PEA shorts, as well as runs an Ask blog for PEA shorts and does an Ask blog for Raichu. It's like if an alternate universe if Ash's Pikachu did evolve into a Raichu, and then like she runs an Ask blog for that concept, which is really fun. So that's like 7 things I'm gonna say, because if you put the PA asks in with the PA shorts, then it's 6 things, but it's still a lot of things. And then if she does a collab with me eventually, that'll be back to 7. So, the creative power. Okay, same though. Oops, is the sketch opacity too low? It's fine. I can always turn it up. I have that power. I like it low. PMD World is so cute, says Tails. I keep forgetting that you hate that brush, Tail. Takes notes on how Zero simplifies in real time. Sorry if I missed this, but how many test pages are you planning on doing? I was just gonna do one test page. Me and Pepper were just gonna do one, and then the test page was so experimental and it didn't cover everything that we needed, so we're doing the second one. I don't see us doing much more. Keep seeing people doing 2 to 5. Oh. Honestly, Tails, you should do as many test pages as you think is necessary. Every test page you do should be for new information. You should create a page that is structured in a way that will give you more information. You don't just do test pages for the sake of like, it could even be a concept thing. If you need to like do a scene with a character to see what they're like, I can see like, you know, a couple pages for that. Wheeler says, I was about to give sass about never having done a test page, but I actually did 2 test pages for ATD. Hey, there you go. Lyskilia is here. Hi, how you doing? Bonjour, says Wheeler. There were test pages of ATD? Yeah. Girl Squad hype. Oh, yeah. Girl Squad, you can also move blue down a little if you want. It's all good. Not only were you drawing, you all gotta make a lot of decisions of testing too. Yeah. Yeah, which is why I think the first test page took so long. It's because I was experimenting with brushes and like background and stuff. Pepper says you can move blue down if you want. And yeah, I was considering changing her like the angle she was looking to, because even though they aren't technically you know, in the same space as each other, having her like looking up at the pinecone, it's a, one could say it's a bit fourth wall breaky, but actually, you know, instead of doing that, since I need to change the pose, I'm gonna I'm not super used to using a pen this small. I keep wanting to like increase the size of it when I do these bigger characters. Ah, circles. Ah, let me turn the stabilization up. I don't know how Pepper does all of her like characters with such big round eyes. I'm gonna get really good at drawing circles by the end of this. Literally don't think there's anyone else. Smacks Lyra with newspaper. Oh man. Man, my brand. I'm the newspaper mom. I'm like literally never gonna be able to hit anyone except Lyra with newspaper anymore. I like giving Blue these big flat teeth. Are you nuts? You can't throw fire at her. I do want to go fast with these, but I don't want to go too fast. I still like to enjoy the drawing sometimes. It's funny. So like when we were choosing the kids, like what type of Pokemon they should be. Oh my goodness, the timpani drum came in and it just sounded like an elephant. Like, I'm not the only one who associates timpani drums with elephants, right? Like you guys know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I was like, okay, Kid 2 needs to have big expressive eyes. I don't want a Pokemon with like little dot eyes. You know what I mean, right? You know how like some Pokemon just have more expressive eyes than others? So like we were looking at them. I think Pepper said Phanpy at one point. I was like, I like didn't say anything. And then later I literally was like, wait. Everything Pepper draws has big expressive eyes. Like, literally every Pokemon is on the table if my only desire is big expressive eyes. So I was like, try Phanpy. It was between Phanpy and Shinx, I think, were our options at the end. Okay, I think... Okay, I'm gonna make this one... I'm actually gonna make these eyes slightly colored still. So she's like concerned. She's doing a concern. But we're not all the way there yet. And then this panel is where she's just full on. Stop! Wait! Hold on! And I'm gonna have her on her knees because elephants have knees. That's one of the fun things about the elephant is their little knees. Oh. I love the shape you did for the tail, Pepper. That little, like... That little overhang is really nice. Okay, I'm skipping all of Cinnabar because I wanna readjust the legs. I hope you don't mind, Pepper, but she's got some great poses, but I think I want to do the legs a little different. I get to do the classic wibbly mouth. F's in the chat for Zero's brand. In fairness, people doing more are definitely doing different things, like a cityscape, using attacks, crowds, etc. But depending on how long your one shot is and how many settings you go through, it makes sense you don't need as many. It's a talent, says Pepper. A friend of mine recently has made me see the beauty of smaller brushes, says Tails. Wheeler says this is all an elaborate ploy for Pepper to help Zero to get better at circles. Tails says, looks like you lost your title. F's in the chat for Zero's brand. I mean, what's the point if you don't enjoy the process? Wheeler says, Zero, you guys know what I'm talking about. Me has no idea what she's talking about. Also, Zero, all I can think about when you mention eyes now is Maractus. Don't forget Blue's little orange nose. Oh, yeah! Good call, good call. Gavin's here, says heyo. Hi, Gavin. Happy says, wait, Mouse, are you Pepper? If you are, I'm going to feel so stupid. Pepper says, no one tell Zero that this comic is all a ploy to get her to adopt squiggly mouths into her style. Pepper, there's just a very, very specific way you do the squiggly mouths that I have not yet been able to capture naturally myself. I have squiggled a couple of my mouths at this point, but it's all been slightly different, I feel. Okay. she is very surprised or like concerned right now, so I'm gonna have this eye just like straight up pop over the bang over here. I cannot tell if me opening up to doing these projects is just me trying to procrastinate working on my own comic, because this next page has been a doozy. I am still working on lines, you guys. February is over. Okay, I see what's happening. February is over and I am still working on lines. There's so much going on. I recently finally finished a panel that I'd been putting off, and I had been putting it off for like days because it has a freaking Haxorus on it, and like I did not want to look up what a Haxorus looked like, and I was just literally just too lazy to look up what a Haxorus Oh, I see what I'm missing. The ear. I'm like, something's missing here. Why does it look weird? I just straight up didn't draw her ear. The way that Holly's bangs are, I more often than not forget her other ear. I need to keep that in mind. I'm like, something about her face looks off. There we go. That's much better. Okay, let's try Cinnabar now, and I want to do some sketchy. Okay, this is a great face, so I'm gonna keep the face, obviously, right here. Like all that. Okay. And I just want to twist her body a bit. Cause she's pulling her arm back, holding the pine cone. So I want to put this leg under her and bring her other leg up, and then her foot attaches like that. Would it be more like that? Her butt would be up. Try that again. Maybe it would be like that, and then maybe this one can go more. And then her tailio can be way up high like that. Any chance you can get her foot up so you can see the underside is a lot of fun. Let's take a look, see if that looks any good. Okay, it's the wrong angle. Because I'm realizing, I might have to make her head bigger, actually. But since it's, like, going down, like, we're viewing it from top down, her top part should be bigger. I do want to still bring it over slightly. Could always do colors when you don't want to do lines. Oh no, February's almost over. I do that a lot, and it helps me get a bit of progress that otherwise would have been none had I just procrastinated the lines by not doing them. That's true. Yeah, and I have started like dropping colors in some of the previous pages. I guess, Wheeler, I sass you sometimes about jumping from page to page, but like since my pages are long form, I have basically like 20 different pages I can jump between, and sometimes I do. I think one time I like lined all of the main characters in the entire comic, and then I left all of the like characters without designs for me to go back to do. Pepper says I'm not the best at angles, but I'm trying to learn. Yeah, and I think I'm seeing now what you with this leg being so squat, it had the idea. Let's see how like I've made the head a lot bigger. I'm gonna actually redo the line for her because I want her head to be bigger. Oops. Yeah. Just to give that effect a bit more. And I think there's another panel up there that I skipped. I think this one I'm gonna bring down a little too. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna turn off the bubbles so I can work with the whole image. Because one of the things I noticed while doing the test page 1 is leaving the bubbles on made it difficult later to like resize certain things, because I would do backgrounds and it would not go under the bubbles, and then when I wanted to move it like there was nothing under there. Bring the knee up. Bring this elbow down. Pepper also started doing, putting some effort into her backgrounds, and I'm very proud. What if her ear went up a little and then like, you know how the bone in the ears like would probably be here-ish, so like you would go up or down, and so like what if it like went up and then like flopped down? Not to that extreme, but like that's what I'm thinking with this little bump there. Now I do like the eye jutting out there. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's go to Bonnie. Let's go to Bonnie. Wait, before I do him. Her, I mean. Let's do here. Okay, so pine cone. Okay, I think the way I want to do this is the foot will go like this. Kind of tilted up. Maybe not that much. You can see like the pad sort of heating up the pine cone. Kind of healing it, you know, like having his heel on it, but like rolling it back and forth. The body in. These like close-up shots have always been tricky for me. These arms are good. I'm gonna keep the arms. We are listening to PMD Super today as our listening enjoyment, and it's fun because it's the one where you're in like kindergarten, and that's basically the premise of our stories. They're not on rescue teams. They're not old enough yet. They're still in school. Ah, Andrew is here. Says, so how is everyone doing today? Oh, let's see. Came in earlier. Zero, you sass me so much for having a dark sketch layer, but I don't know how you see anything with this light. Pepper says I'm not the best at oh, I saw that one. You're doing great, Pepper. Andrew says, sup? Hello, hello. LOL, murder me live on stream. No. How's everyone doing today? Pretty good. How about yourself? Just woke up from a nap after track practice, so pretty good. Just got my Unis Anis shirt today. Oh, nice! Cool! Did you keep up with that whole thing? I have to draw my old D&D character armor, but drawing armor is hard, but I'm doing my best. Good luck with the armor! Feels weird knowing that Beautifly and Wingle will be my aces against Roxanne. Good luck! Wanted to go dungeon exploring and rescue Pokemon, not go to school? I don't know how to draw pine cones. If this was the actual comic, I would look up a pine cone. But since it's just a test, I'm just gonna make it up. Sometimes trying to connect lines to pre-existing lines is kind of hard to like get it just right. I like to if you have a line that's like cut off and you're trying to continue it and you get like these little bits, try tapering your line and then continuing it. Those like bits that stick out are a lot harder to notice if you do that. his... Would it just be like that? Would it be? I don't know. It's so hard to tell when it's like this zoomed in, you know? That's what, almost an hour. And I'm almost done with the line art. Shouldn't count my chickens yet, but I'm feeling chuffed enough about that. Y'all know the longest part of most of the Pokemon Family streams is me like figuring out the concept and doing the sketch after all. So just having the sketch like ready and going is pretty good. Pretty good progress. One thing I was thinking of with this commission too is if need be, I could just do them. I could literally just do them during streams. Like, it would take 1 to 2 streams, you think? Like, and then, oh, did I miss, Hey, Lyskillia, if you're still here. Sorry I missed your follow, but thank you so much. But yeah, anyways, 1 to 2 streams of, like, doing these pages. It wouldn't even take any more time out of my day, because I do the streams anyways. I went and checked because this song has like a sound effect in it that literally just sounds like the follow you thing, an alert that like comes up. So I keep thinking it's like playing it and I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess the tail should be way higher then, if it's, like, behind. I'm gonna try and give the impression that it's twisting, that her body's twisting around. So, I guess the chest would be down there. Give her a little bit of a cheeky grin. song is so cute. Silly. Reminds me of like some Chow Garden shenanigans going on. Okay, okay. One more. Let's complete her tail. And then I think that's lines done. Let me take a quick pass real quick. Oh, see? Look, I forgot her ear again. Always seems to be the thing that I forget. Don't know why. It's not a weird choice to have 2 ears. She looks a little weird here. She doesn't look much like Holly. I think I made her nose too long. Sometimes I overcorrect myself. Oops. Okay, let me just get this log in. Trying to figure out how I wanna simplify it, you know? If I want a ledge or not, an edge to that or not. Oh, I just realized I think she's standing on a rock there. Okay. Okay. Let me turn this back on. Yeah, Pepper, earlier I was wondering about this panel not because I couldn't see the sketch, but because I wasn't sure what I was looking at. So I know the tree, maybe you can help me out. I know the tree goes down here. Well, actually, don't help me out because let's see if I can understand it on my own. I think that's okay. And then these are branches going this way. These are branches going this way. Okay. Another tree. Branches. I think I want her to just be on a bough right here. Just have one like coming out like this. I think that's how I want to do that. This tree can have some going this way, some going this way. There's another trunk over here. Okay, I think I got that. Got some fire effects over here. A rock here. Okay. Let me see. Alright, alright. So that's 9 o'clock. I started at about 8 because I talked for like 30 minutes. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Weird question for everyone, says Andrew, but what's your favorite kaiju from Godzilla? Godzilla, she's pretty cool. I think, I don't really know the other ones, like, what their personalities are. Like, whatever the one with the, like, the multiple heads, I've never been into the whole Hydra thing, so, like, the design doesn't appeal to me. Mothra's cool, I guess. There's that, but, you know, I think that's pretty much the only monsters I know of from Godzilla other than Godzilla herself. So, yeah. Godzilla had a kid at one point, so maybe the kid, I don't know, I think there was like a TV show about the son of Godzilla or something. I don't remember if it was a boy or a girl. Gamera, I think that was the one with the multiple heads. Andrew says y'all are uncultured. Uncultured swine. My favorite kaiju is Gigantamax Pikachu, says Wheeler. There you go. Tails says Zero's drive to cut off a limb is so strong she just naturally whacks off an ear, LMAO. Andrew says my favorite kaiju from Godzilla is Biolante. Hedorah. King Ghidorah. Oh, maybe King Ghidorah was the one with the multiple heads? I don't remember. I recognize the name Gamera, so I don't know which one is which. Godzilla. You're just listing like a whole bunch. That's already more than I know off the top of my head. And Gurius Destroya. And a few others that I would go ramble about, but those are my main favorite kaiju. Nice. Let's see. If you check the official reference for movie Monsters and Giants, the official definition of kaiju is a Gigantamax Pokemon. Yeah, Andrew was like, Wheeler G-Max Pokemon don't count as kaiju. I'm pretty sure even some non-G-Max Pokemon count as kaiju. Just saying. I don't actually... Aren't kaiju just big monsters? Like, isn't that literally just what they are? All they are is just... Okay, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, I should put in colors first. That's what I should do. So let's call this layer colors. Actually, let's Let's make some swatches. How do I make a new swatch palette? Add new, duplicate current settings, delete, change up, add new settings? Cancel. Let's call this Little Lapses. Oh. Down, 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 down. Up. Okay. What? What in the world? Okay. Let's start picking colors. So, add. Why does it start all the way down there? Excuse me. Okay, let me... Okay, let's get rid of that. Edit color set, standard color, defaults. How do I duplicate current settings, delete? My goodness. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Import color, edit color set. Maybe it's over here. Import, register, explore, import, switch color, edit color set. I don't want to do any of that. I want to make a new one. Replace color. Weird. Okay. I just do edit new. I don't know why there are so many of these I cannot select the multiples. So I will go through and like delete them, I guess, like later, like just like this. I'll just go through like this and delete them, which is really dumb, but I don't know how to use this apparently. I might look it up and see if there's like a... Why does it put it above? I wanted to put it below. Wouldn't it make more sense for the new one to like show up below? I can't with this. Okay, let's see. I think those are all the colors. Oh, and her eyes are just Jet's hat. Okay, let's see if I can get this in. So it's... Oopsies. Colors. Hmm. This is some creepy music. It's so creepy. Oh. Ah, I did. Coloring things is the best way to like notice when you miss something in the line art. Oh, I forgot. Okay, I know what I forgot. The color for the headband, but I think it was just some kind of red. So I'll. Oh, I forgot her stuff here too. This is like a horror movie. What happened to the music? Why is it a horror movie? Since we're really high up on this panel, maybe, bit of the scarf on the back. Something else I might have forgotten. Yep, there it is. Let's see. Favorite kaiju is G-Max Meowth. Why is Automod getting you? Happy? Sorry about that. I didn't know I had Automod set up, but apparently it's just automatically there. If you check the official reference for movie Monsters and Giants, the official definition of kaiju is a Gigantamaxed Pokemon. Doing some fan art on my end, and it's so fun to draw a happy sunshine child for once, lol. You don't get many of those in your comic, do you, Tails? Happy says, go away, Automod. Do it in the opposite order. Razorback is here, says cute. Tarantula says, wait, is this a comic? It is Tarantula. It's just a text page. But yeah, maybe eventually. Tarantula says, I hear something, but it's quiet. The music? Oh, could you guys not hear that? Yeah, it was like being really spooky. Again, kind of didn't like the first half of Super Mystery Dungeon because you had to school, which was dumb because I wanted to go explore, save Pokemon, not do school like a dumb nerd. Andrew's a nerd! Happy says, save the students from school. Again, the school thing in Mystery Dungeon was dumb in my opinion. The funny thing is, I thought that was the whole game. I stopped playing after the school part, so I don't even know what comes after it. Like, that's literally all I've done in Super Mystery Dungeon. Pepper says, Zero, do you maybe want to try out the new base color I gave Cinnabar? Yes, I will. I am. That's why I pulled up the other thing. This is it. It may look really light on your end because I think the stream might affect the color a bit, but it is in. And let me, I forgot his goggles. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Tarantula and Razorback. Tails has at least one child for Sunshine now, so that's good at least. Sorry, Blue, I just completely forgot to color you. Let's get your colors in, baby girl. Blue. green eyes. One thing I've noticed about drawing with a soft brush that I haven't really had to deal with for Jet's Black Nuzlocke at all is it like leaves a lot more edges like corners uncolored. So like it's one problem that is accentuated with the long tail that that the brush had at first. Like right here. I didn't have that as bad with Jet's Black Nuzlocke because of the hard crunchy brush. It makes things less soft. The softness of it makes the computer a little confused when it wants when there's like a blockage or not. It's just a bunch of dusty little pixels. Man, coloring is always the most fun. You just go around and you just plop in colors. Okay. Ah! I had the wrong color selected. There we go. And then, another color from Jet's Black Nuzlocke is Holly's eyes are Jet's hat color. Which might be a little too dark. But, I don't do the Pepper style of eyes where it's like there's a darker spot inside. Why did it do that? So I don't think it needs to be dark. I mean, it's fine if it's dark. Okay, let's grab a dark red for the mouth. Doesn't really matter. And then a lighter one for the tongue. Which I used to draw color as like really red, but I like this more fleshy tone for the tongue. Alright. Okay, that's all the colors, I think. I think that's all the colors. I think all the colors are in. Okay. All the colors are in, I think. Now let's do the background. Starting with this panel. Okay. The background is gonna just be a whole lot of layers. Okay, and then one darker. Let's see if that's any good. Okay. Is it that you're focusing on your art, or that it's lagged that you respond so late? It's that I'm focusing on the art. I'm just looking down a lot, and then when I finally look up, I have to like scroll up to like catch up with the chat. Yeah, I used to have a bot that will like read the chat to me, but she keeps like quitting on me. The bot's name is Karen, but like it keeps crashing, so like it's completely useless. Oh, Tarantula is Razorback. Okay. But yeah, Pepper says he's just focused on the art. Tarantula says, why is his hair below his eye? What? Also, they're all girls. I just keep doing the words wrong. But her hair is below her eye because she's so incredibly surprised or like scared that her eye's just popping out. Happy said you had text to speech. Yeah, it's a thing that Restream does where you can like set up a bot to read it out to you. It just doesn't work. I might try to set it up again just to see if it's like got any improvements. Andrew says, oh, so you're then a IGN writer who plays a game and never finishes it and writes a micro review. So who's the nerd now? It's you, Zero, because you didn't finish the game. Ah, but Andrew, I didn't write a review. So I'm not a nerd yet. I'm just a quitter. It's because she has the focus, long tongue from Jet's Black Nuzlocke. Which page? Oh no, that looks really dangerous. Good thing this is a test page, so we don't have to see the outcome. Yeah, and I feel like this one needs to be a bit, oops, darker. And this one is darker too. Okay. And then right below those branches, I need trees. So let's get in some... maybe if I just put the trunk in first and then did the... Something like that. Zero, we've been over this. We're all nerds because we're making Pokemon comics LMAO. I don't know about you, Tails, but I'm not a nerd. I'm too dumb to be a nerd. Let me try something with these trees. Because I want this... Oopsies. Too much. I don't know. Happy says, am I a nerd for having 20 plus comics pending to read through, or am I just an avid reader? Avid reader, says Pepper. Tarantula says, episodes 40 to 41 hit hard. Oh yeah. Sorry about that, Tarantula. Rip your tears, I guess. Happy says, yeah, you're also not a furry at Zero. Hey! Wheeler says, ¿por qué no los dos? Tails says, Zero, I'm just a humble dork. Wheeler also, will anyone notice me strategically passing the hat back and forth between Flash and Nutmeg so I don't have to attempt action shots with the hat on? I feel like the hat would literally just fall off when Flash takes his first, like, leap. So, like, even if he didn't strategically pass it, it would just strategically fall off. Zero, I'm just a humble dork studios. Lyra, do you mean that Happy is both a dork and an avid reader, or that Zero is a nerd and a furry? I thought your middle name was Pro! It's fine. He just wants it kept safe. Also, Tails, the answer is yes, that's fair. Also, the middle name Pro is still, because she's a pro dork. Wah! Okay, I'm not gonna spend too much more time on that. But for the floor, I do want to add a bit of... Man, the trees are just so light. Can I... Oopsies, no. Can I, Are cedar... Can cedar... Spruce trees be, like, really dark? Moving on. Do 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 do. Can I get maybe this and maybe this? No. It would be this one, right? No, this? I don't know how Pepper does these, like, gradient background. Maybe green. And then... let's go with green again, but then this time have it, like, a surprised... maybe a blue surprise. No. Red? No, that's Christmas. Yellow is surprise. No, that's sunshiny. Maybe a... Take the bottom color, take the top color gradient. What happened? Why can't I? Oopsies. Oopsies. Gasp! A wild Cadoo. Cadoo says, hey, question. What was the thought process behind giving Phanpy there a fat lizard tail rather than a more elephantine one? Ask Pepper. But hi, Cadoo! Welcome to the stream. Heard through the grapevine that you've got some kind of extra new comic project coolness happening over here. Hey, you know it. Let me catch up with the stream real quick, now that Cadoo's here. Nah, hats magically stay on no matter what, says Happy. Wheeler says exactly, also magically not get vaporized. Pepper says you just take the bottom color, top color, gradient. Wheeler says I appreciate Scorbunny's Digimon protagonist goggles. Yeah! Cadoo says, hi Zero! Hi Cadoo! Cadoo! I like how, like, okay, so like, I always had this joke in my head that like saying Karuku will like summon Cadoo. So like last night we were saying Karuku on the stream and today is summoned a Cadoo. Hello to y'all. Wait, that's not a paw, that's a pine cone. Cadoo says, hey, can I say that I love the slightly irregular hand-drawn panels you got going on there? Yeah, I really like the idea, and Pepper pulled it off swimmingly. This is a collab that me and Pepper are working on. She did the sketch, and she also did the paneling. And also designed the characters. So ask her why Phanpy has a big ol' lizard tail. That's the line art thing I do, says Wheeler. When you like color the lines. Javier's here. Hi Javier, says Phanpy. Everyone's here. So good to see y'all. Also, Cadoo, did you notice the bangs on Phanpy? Pepper dives out a window. Oh, yeah, Tail says Kadu might be a voice of reason. So Kadu, I'm working on a test page for a collab that me and Pepper might do together. And I am filled with embarrassment because I am basically the biggest proponent of not taking on multiple comic projects. And so this would just be so against my brand. But you know what? I gotta say, it's pretty fun. I haven't done this kind of lineless art style for backgrounds before. So I am trying to get it so that the elements don't blend into each other. Too dark? I can't get too dark on this panel because the leaves would blend into the background, but I can't get too light on this panel because this log would blend into the background. Ay, caramba. Maybe I did this backwards. Maybe this side should actually be light. Maybe that's how it was supposed to be all along. That kind of helps. But yeah, somehow I got myself starting to get the comic bug. I think it all started when Wheeler no, Wheeler definitely has been a big part of making it seem doable, but I think it was when Shrub Sparrow showed up, and I found out her comic is based on an old Pokemon Mystery Dungeon group that I was part of a long time ago, and that got me started reminiscing about my PMD days of my kids and drawing little comics for them, and I'm like, oh man, that'll be fun. As all things go, have to wait until Jet's Black Nuzlocke is done. But then me and Pepper and Wheeler were talking, and we were like, man, it would be so fun to do a collab with us. Me and Wheeler could do like a gag comic. It would be the funniest thing the internet has ever seen. And then like me and Pepper could do like a short story, like the things we have, that rabbit comic that she does. Okay, I do not like how this green is behaving with her brown. So let's change that. So I am doing these test pages as an attempt to see if it's feasible, and also to try and sort out new art style. As comfortable as I am working with the Jets Black Nuzlocke style, I do want to work a little differently from there, just so there's a little bit of a difference between the two comics, you know? Oh wait, she's standing on a rock, I keep forgetting. Right, okay. I want the rocks to be blue. It's gonna be a story about kids having hijinks, just like Karuku. We're trying to infringe upon Karuku's trademark. Tarantus says, who is Kadu? Kadu does the comic Karuku. Javier says, wait, is there gonna be a new project? Yep. There's a bit of delay on the Karuku summoning, it turns out. Wheeler says it was just a delayed summoning. 1 day delay. Happy says I was gonna say that. Sorta is Wheeler, but Canon Fampi's tail is a little stuck. Wait, let me see. I think that's just the kind of tail Fampi has normally. Kind of stumpy thing. This tail is way longer to be able to curl. You know, as much as I like teasing Pepper along with Kadu, I do actually like the lizard tail. It really adds a fantastical element to the Fampi, so that it's not just a blue elephant. It's like, it's got a little bit of a like a different animal in there, and I really like that. Everyone gets furry bangs, it's the rule. It is a long Fampi tail. More bangs are adorable, fight me. Only one comic project at a time. 0, only one comic project at a time. Also 0 starts a second and third comic. Wheeler! I'm never gonna live this down. Javier says the most ambitious crossover in history. 0 and Pepper working on a comic, screw your Infinity War. No, this is just Javier. This isn't a crossover. This is just a collab. The crossover is gonna be me and Wheeler, because we're gonna do a Black 2 nostalgia lock. So it's nostalgia lock from Wheeler and Black from me, and then we like mish it together. Kadu says, I won't fight you on the furry bangs. Do what brings you joy. You'll just never catch me doing it. Andrew says, Pepper is dead. No! And Kadu killed her. Tarantula says, if it was real, would it also be monthly-ish or weekly? I don't know about upload schedule yet. But we're thinking in terms of production, maybe one page every 1 to 2 weeks would be just short enough that it's not like it won't take like forever to do, but just long enough that if I have other stuff in my life that I need to like attend to along with Jet's Black Nuzlocke, then I have enough time to breathe. Tail says, Kadu, Zero has hit me with a newspaper every time I so much as think about taking up a new project. Happy says, oh yeah, it's the third comic going to be about. Yep. It's basically a good old nostalgia lock, a gag comic, but still still Nuzlocke. Kadu says, hey Zero, listen, if you're gonna do a second or third comic, first you must do the budgeting process of your time. Plan out how many pages it will be, how frequently you can realistically put out a page of it, and calculate how long it'll take you. And let that number scare you straight. That is actually partly why I'm doing these test pages, because I want to see how long it takes me to do a single page, and that way I can properly budget my time, cause I've never really been able to properly in my brain figure out how long things take me. I'm pretty bad at estimating. I think you got a new follower. Oh ho ho. Ender! How you doing? Good to see you. And also Indoraptor. That was 7 days ago. Oh, I scrolled down. Tarantula, that's the new follower. 9 minutes ago. Wow, I'm really like, I think the music's probably too loud in my ear and I can't hear. Yeah, I scrolled down a bit, so I was looking at a few days ago, but hey, you know, old watchers get a shout out too. Ender and Indoraptor and Gamerboy, thank you all for the follow in the past, but thank you so much Tarantula for following today. Kadu is here being like, I don't think it's a good idea, especially since like you're so close to Jet's Black Nuzlocke. Finish that first, then you're so free to pursue the new tempting opportunities. Everyone keeps saying that Jet's Black Nuzlocke is close to finish, and I'm like feeling it, but like it's also probably still gonna take like 2 years if I'm realistic with myself. Tails says also could do that's sort of what Zero is doing now, using the stream to time out how long it's gonna get done. Pepper also says, don't worry, I'm very much trying to make sure Zero doesn't bite off more than she can chew. Yeah, the only reason I'm even considering taking on these extra projects is because this one is a commission and Pepper is doing most of the hard work, which is the sketching and the scripting, which always makes me like sweat and lose sleep over. And the other one would be just a quick like doodly nostalgia lock, which will also need gameplay for it. So that one is a little farther down the road. I think Wheeler, if you're okay with this, but I'm like more and more thinking that the nostalgia lock will probably have to be like a little later on, because we have like gameplay to do, we have, you know, like this kind of planning process to do, so that's gonna not be at the same time necessarily as all of this other stuff, and I will be more comfortable with this project once I do a few. Kadu is some nobody with a comic that never updates, but people respect her opinions for some reason. From my experience, she's a pretty cool comic friend with a good comic opinions, actually, says Tails. Javier says, it's not like Jet's Black Nuzlocke is about to be a decade old or something like that. Kids. Who else would think throwing flaming pine cones at each other was a good idea? I am once again asking who is Caduceus Trench. I keep telling you, she does a comic. Oh, it just hit me. I wonder if yours and Lyra's comic will look like... Yeah, I'm wondering too, but it'll probably be like really quick and fun and silly. Zero, I want there to be a little bit of a difference between Jessamine and this artistically. Me holds up Heroes of Hoenn and Golden Sun, basically identical. Yeah, but you also have ATD, which is completely different. Tarantula, HOH is Heroes of Hoenn and GS is Golden Sun. Pepper says, Tarantula, there are literally someone in chat with the name Kadu, pay attention. Kadu's like, I'm Kadu, look at my name. Kadu draws Karuku, are you super special? Everyone, she is. Tarantula is so confused. Welcome to our group. Tail says, wait, between this and Just Like Nose, I think you got that down pat if there's a concern. We're not infringing because your comics protect doesn't die at the Rikuruku, don't know you, says Happy. Happy, you should read her stuff too. Can't confirm. Oh, wait, Happy, you know Kadu, you're being silly. If anything, this looks super close to Fire. The art style definitely, like the, is very close to Fire, yes. Everyone loves Kadu. Kadu says, I like the tail too, it makes it more monstery. Javier says the comic looks like if Fire and Jets Magnolia did a fusion dance. Of course, it would definitely look more Fire than Jets because Pepper is doing the sketches and things tend to look closer to the sketch after all. So but we decided to have Pepper do the sketch because one, she's like super fast at it apparently. Two, she's doing the script. And Pepper has this innate ability to follow a script, whereas I have never been able to on my life do such a thing. And then also, I love Pepper's Pokemon designs. Her little, like, the way that she designs the Pokemon is very unique, and I may just be I may just be a little cheating in this regard, but I've always wanted to like steal those designs, so now I get to do that officially and not worry about any kind of issues. Like, what do you mean Marshtomp doesn't actually have fluffy gills? Luckily, I also have a really cute way of drawing Marshtomp. So I'm happy with my style of Marshtomp as well, but I just love different styles of things. Like, if you've seen the latest episode of, not the latest, but one of the latest episodes of Jess Black Nuzlocke, there is, you know, a Vibrava in it. And that is not how I normally draw Vibrava. I had a Vibrava character at one point, and he looked very different. The background is very fun. not really sure. When me and Lyra do a collab, Lyra's gonna do the sketch for that one too. I'm just avoiding sketching is what's happening. These collabs are just allowing me to avoid all the sketching. Oopsies. Hmm. I guess I'm gonna try and see if I can just keep the shadows on the background layer. Like, at least the... You know, the like... the grounding shadows. Okay, let's see. So, the pine cone. Let's turn this in... What color should the pine cone be? Pine cones are... kind of gray, I guess? It's gonna be a lot of browns, I'm realizing. Maybe we should do some figuring out on that. But for now, I think he sets it on fire. Oh, there's another pine cone here. I think he sets it on fire here. Like, it's on fire here. So for the lines, I'm gonna make that yellow. And then for this one... Oh wait, no. These lines should be yellow, because it's on fire here. Okay, and now I have to figure out how to do fire. Where are the panels? Where are the... Okay, good, cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna make the fire kind of close to the pine cone. It's like on fire, but it's I don't really like how that looks. Let me try again. That's a little better. And then let's try... With a fire Pokemon, you always have to figure out how you want to draw fire. And thankfully, I've had a lot of practice in Jet Black Nuzlocke, and I don't think I'm going to... If I were to do anything different, it would require more brain power. So I think all I'm gonna do... You know what? I'm gonna try something. This might not work, but I'm gonna see if this... Oh, shoot. Hey, it worked! Sort of. Okay, and then... Huh, that's kind of cool. Yo, that's kind of rad. Whatever that is. Let me see what happens if I then apply fire on top of that? Let's see. Canoe says, P.S. to anyone who isn't familiar with me or my work, here's a link. Tarantula says, so it's on Comic Fury. Canoe says, not to shamelessly plug myself, but shamelessly plugs. Please shamelessly plug yourself, Canoe. I don't mind at all. In fact, I would pull a page for you if I wasn't rushing against the time. I have 15 minutes left. That's because I sketched this page. Wait, Javier says, oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, Pepper does the sketches, and I do all the rendering. And we both work on the story. It's been pretty fun. Happy says, I mean, Pepper has made Tails longer, Trapinch being my first thought. Happy says, Canoe, I read it on DA. Let's see, the shortest Pokemon Nuzlocke ends at the first battle, just so you know. Okay, and it's mine. Oh. Well, when I started Black and White, when I started Pokemon Black, Bianca beat me in my house with her Snivy. So yeah. I'm pretty high up there with you. Javier says, wait, when is this comic gonna be released so I can release my PMD-based Nuzlocke story at the same time? I have no idea, Javier. It's not a project that's, like, ready to go at all yet. We don't have a script or anything. Like, we're just talking about the project and, sorting out, like, visuals because it's fun. But it's not nearly anywhere, ready to, like, start. Andrew says, alright, I might head off soon. Alright, thanks for coming. Before you, Zero's a nerd leaves the chat. Thanks for hanging out, Andrew. That close means 2 years is also evidence that, perhaps multiple projects not a great idea. Happy, I remember you from Nuzforum stream a while back. Canoe, you were all drawing comics back then. Wheeler's being cheeky. Can anyone fill me in on what that stream was about? To participate in several Nuz art jams. Might have seen me. Pepper says, I can't speak for Zero and Lyra's comic Canoe, but Zero will most likely be drawing PMD pages during her stream, so it won't actually be taking any time from Jet Black Nuzlocke, because she never draws Jet Black Nuzlocke on the stream. Zero doesn't work on Jet Black Nuzlocke during stream. I only pop in occasionally, so I don't know. Yeah, I use the streams to get away from the Jet Black Nuzlocke, because no matter what, and at any other point when I'm drawing, I feel like I should be working on Jet Black Nuzlocke. So it gives me a chance to work on something else. This comic's gonna be awesome. I can feel it. Says Javier. Thanks. Thanks, Javier. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Happy says, I don't remember Jet Black Nuzlocke on stream. I think I've streamed it like maybe once, maybe twice. When I've like been crunching to get a page done. Wait, so does this mean that the only ones without a PMD project yet are Tails and Canoe now? Sounds like it. Happy says, I recognize Canoe. I don't really know them. Oh, okay, like personally. Wait, so this means that the only ones without a printer... Do I smell another collab? Uh-oh. Issues like me suing for copyright. So from what I'm getting, Pepper did this as an elaborate way to get Zero to do squiggly mouths, and Zero did this to steal Pepper's character designs. What Just Like Nuzlocke page has the tongue? What? How do you choose which families to do? I do them in order, Happy. So if you Google Pokemon by evolution families, you'll get a Bulbapedia page of a list of all the Pokemon families, and I just do them by order. Psst, psst. It's 10. Yep. Zero's elaborate anti-sketch agenda. Never see trees. I thought there were bushes. Oh, you didn't see the trees? Man, I have to fix that then. Yeah, I definitely need to fix that. Potential 1 allows me to skip rendering. That's what a hopefully a gag comic would be. Wheeler would like do the sketches on paper and I would like basically do a refined sketch over it, but like cleaner. Hopefully it'll be like not actual line art. OMG, I think these collab comics are starting to set a new trend of collabs and it's gonna be amazing. Andrew says, yeah, it's 10 p.m. over here. Still has to do shading and effects. Going overtime never hurt anyone. Any of y'all took that personally? I don't know what you're talking about. This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. It just occurred to me that the forest might burn down. For the longest time, I didn't know Jet was a girl. What do you mean you've had a lot of practice, Jeff, and none should be concerned? Embor. Oh yeah, right. That was last week's stream. Snivy gang, holy crud, I finished the fan art. When the heck did I get this quick? With the power of friendship. Oh, I have at least one PMD project. Now, Zero can't stop me. I can't even stop you. What happened? Why is that not... something weird's going on. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think I'm gonna do shading and stuff on my own time probably, because it is getting about the end of the stream. But yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, considering how long I took to like stop and read chat and also explain stuff in the beginning, I think I'm quite happy with the progress. I do have to try and make these trees a little easier to see though. Just a different color, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Okay, so... I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go half an hour more just so I can, like, do some sketching and then do, like, a little drawing at the end. Because I like to do those. And I feel like the sketch won't take a long time. I mean, shadow. I'm gonna do some shading. I'm gonna do all the shading and then we'll draw a little thing at the end. Oops, what's happening? Okay. This one has the most complication because it's, the pine cones on, like, setting on fire, but not yet. So I'm trying to, like, imagine how much fire is gonna be on it. But I think... I don't think it'll be enough to, like, illuminate his foot yet. So I'm gonna do that. And then, let's say... Oopsies. Overshot a little bit there. I'll shade that later. Alas, to have someone to read the chat to me, for I cannot look up and draw at the same time. Shading is where this brush really struggles, because making all these like little selections and then like trying to drop in, it just does not behave as well as Jet's Black Nuzlocke brush does. But unfortunately the Jet's Black Nuzlocke one is so crunchy, it really doesn't work well with other styles, I don't think. Styles, I mean projects. Like, if I were to do another project, I would not be using the brush for Jet's Black Nuzlocke. As much as I've grown to love it. Y'all don't be bullying Kadu now. She needs to be our last bastion of hope against the multi-comic plague that is sweeping the nation. I'm glad Pepper added the goggles. I really like dressing up Pokemon. I know she struggles with it, but I really appreciate her adding those in. My mistake though, I forgot to do the shading earlier. That would, with my original plan, I would have done that as part of the characters, because you know how I said I wanted to get all the lines done first, and then I can like use whatever rest of the time I have for the background. Well, I just got really eager to like work on the background, so I just kind of jumped into that because I started looking at those trees and I'm like, I just want to try and get that in. We were thinking of doing a comic that didn't have shading. We were thinking the shading was one stage that we could take out. But with Scorbunny as like this huge swath of white and Phanpy being basically just one color as well. Especially Phanpy, like, just didn't have that heft to it. It didn't seem like a big ol' elephant without the shading in. And it's actually got me remembering at one point, I think I was talking about what stages of the comicking process that I could happily get rid of. And I think first on the list was actually color. Like shading it is, I think, higher up on the list. I could go with a comic that's nothing but sketches and shading. Sketches and shading and nothing else, and I think it would still look good. So first to go would be color, and then I think second would be line art. I could probably get away with sketching. Third, I guess, then would be shading, because I would just use cross-hatching or line width, I guess, or rather, if the line art is already gone, then I'm left with cross-hatching. But yeah, counter to my previous assumption, I think shading is a lot more necessary than I gave it credit for. In fact, I think if Kadu plays it smart, her comic could just be sketching and shading. Oh, I need to move this under the lines. That's right. Okay. Oops. Okay. That. Yep. No, that's bad. That looks terrible. That's better. Let's see. Oh no, Canoe's being bullied. Everyone's ooh-wooing at Canoe. Little do you know, Zero's basically a furry. Oh no! Ooh-woo! Pepper, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're literally a rabbit. Anyone here watching Jujutsu Kaisen? Itadori is the goodest boy. Gosh, I love that show. What's Jujutsu? Is that wait? I think I recognize the title. Kudu, are you meant to being bullied into the P&D game, multiple comics gang, or furry gang? Yes. Yep, the only bullying I'm susceptible is productivity bullying, and I guess vanilla bullying for being an autistic nerd, but that kind of bullying sucks. I know! Anyone who bullies Kudu for that, gets a automatic ban hammer. Not like the rest good and wholesome kids of kinds of bullying. Who's bullying? Yeah, I'll fight, yeah. Pole's nice, we will fight for you. Time to murder grade schoolers. Apparently, work packs are binding contracts to Kudu's soul. Ricky Tikki Tavi. Oh, hi, that one Corvid. Thanks for joining us. Can't skip lining because I sketch on paper, says Mouse. I mean, sorry, Pepper. I just realized I accidentally muted the stream, so if you said anything at me since I last time, I'm so sorry if I missed it. Oh, don't worry, Kudu. I have been rambling and drawing and only just recently started responding to chat again, so you probably didn't miss anything. Oopsies. But yeah, I don't know that anime. I probably know it if you showed me a picture, but it's really hard for me to recognize the Japanese mangas by name. I typically do need to see a picture. In fact, people keep calling Attack on Titan by its Japanese name, and I can't even recognize that half the time. I'm still like, what? I don't know that show. Okay, so that took me about 15 minutes to shade. I'm trying to light Phampi in a way that makes it clear that there's like a fire nearby. But I don't know how to do trunks yet. me just double check, make sure I got everything. Okay, I have some shadows in here I need to add. Wow. What's in this panel? Oh, fire outlines. Okay. Wow, the panels are incredibly the layers, I mean, are incredibly messy. What was I gonna do? I got on this layer to do something. Oh, right, okay. Do 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 do. Everyone loves a magical Trevor, 'cause the things that he does are ever so clever. Oh, right. Okay, so I'm all done except for this pine cone over here, and I'm gonna do that later because I don't really know what I want to do for the effect. I'm gonna say something like, here's my plan, right? I'm gonna say something like maybe a smoke, kind of like a smoke coming out of it, maybe this way. And then, some, like, glowy. Some, like, glowy like this, maybe. And then, shadow on this side. But aside from that, which I just want to, like, do a little bit, that's pretty much all I have. So, since we're gonna end off the stream now, if someone wants to put a Pokemon in the chat so I can draw it. Just a quick doodle for fun. And then we'll say sayonara. Let me catch up with the chat. Pepper's like, I can't skip lining because I sketch on paper. Yeah, that'll do it, unfortunately. Kudu says, I just realized I accidentally muted this. Oh, I saw that one. I didn't really expect you to recognize it. I just wanted to name drop an incomprehensible title as a joke for being insinuated to possibly be a weeb. Oh, I must have missed that. Tail says a day, 50 minutes is nothing. Mouse says you missed the spot on Holly last panel. Hopefully I got it, but I'll take a look again. Happy says I recognize it. Also, why is everyone bringing it up? I've seen it everywhere. I don't even know what it is about, says Tarantula. Kudu says people are bringing it up because it's recently airing show and it's quite good. Honor Horror Battle Shonen. Oh! Horror Battle Shonen sort of thing is how I describe it. It's intense, spooky, cursed body horror. An incredibly good boy protagonist. Is that the one where the kid's like on a toilet? To be honest, me neither. I've heard good things. Can be super funny at times too, despite dark bits. Mouse says fantastic job. Zero. Tails says looks fantastic. Zero. Drizzle says Tails. Oh my goodness. You know the way to my heart. I have wanted to draw this droopy boy in forever, but I don't know what it looks like, and I've never had like a reason to draw it. But I know it's something like this. And then it has like droopy bangs. Oh no! Okay, hold on. My brush was at a lowered opacity for some reason. And then it's like... What does its feet look like? I think it has a... Does it have a curled tail? I don't even know what its tail looks like. Hold on. I think it's... I'm gonna give it a curled tail. I'm gonna give him 2 toes. I think Drizzle seems like a 2-toe kind of boy. And I'm gonna have his shoulder all the way up because he seems like he doesn't get along with bullies. No one gets along with bullies, but it seems like he seems like the kind of kid who has to deal with them a lot. Pepper's like Scorbunny, Phanpy, or Yangoose. Drimplim. Flibaby. Wanted to find a way to make my paper sketches lean enough to use as a style, but it's hard. I love it already. No, I always get ya. This is giving me the vibes of that RP drawing you did of 2 Pokemon crying on Sapphire. That's a super genius ladyboy, but I love this interpretation. He's a super genius lazy boy. I wanna see what it looks like. This is as far as I can get on my memory alone. Drizzle Pokemon. Why is there no picture? Why does Bulbapedia not have a picture of it? Okay, let's see. looks wrong. Banana bangs in there. Oh, it does have 2 toes. I was right on the toes. What should its arms be doing? Just hanging low, I guess. No, that's broken. I guess, there. That's how I like it. Okay, and, nice. Aw, he's cute. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me today on the stream. Sorry I went a little over. But I felt like I wanted to get the shading done at least, so the page would be mostly complete, and I knew it wouldn't take all that much longer. So thanks for hanging out with me. So good to see so many folks showing up tonight. I will be back again next week for some more streaming. We'll be doing another Pokemon family. I think the next one is the Gulpin line. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little sneak peek into what I've been contemplating these past few days. And had a lot of fun. Let me catch up with the chat real quick before we say our final farewells. Tails says YouTube just notified me of your stream. Happy at Tails. Zero is still streaming. Close enough. The Corvid says Inteleon is my favorite water type. Like Super Shy Sniper, super epic. I'm glad you like Inteleon. Inteleon was not my favorite when it came out, but I saw it had little wings after when my brothers evolved, and like it's got some personality to it. It's fun. Tail says not nearly close enough. Thankful for Discord notives. Pepper says thanks for streaming. Happy says Gulpin. Gavin says it was fun being around. Javier says thanks for the stream. It's been a fun time. Thank you for the stream. Kadu says thanks for the stream as well. It was good to have you, Kadu. Tail says it was so cool to see your process. Kadu says it's been fun watching and chatting, and thank you guys so much for chatting. It was nice to have a little break now and then to see what you guys are talking about. And you know what? I just realized that the way that Drizzle's hair falls makes it look like the Big Bang is like one transparent thing, and that the darker part might be like its head. Like it's not, but that's what it looks like, at least from afar. Anyway, it's just a little funny thing that I noticed. But hey, thank you everyone. Stay safe, stay warm, and stay sane out there. I will catch you all next week. Keep your nose clean. Bye-bye.